Hi, I am Syed Rashid. You are watching Ahlebaid High School and Junior College YouTube channel. Welcome to my video to all students as well as viewers. Today we are continuing part number 3, Systems of Particles and Rotatory Motion Physics, class 11th, or we can say intermediate first year. And in today's session we will going to learn two theorems with us, like state and proof parallel axis theorem of moment of inertia. Here you can see that axis, not axis. Axis is nothing but single, whereas axis is nothing but more than one. So here we have a statement with us. It states that the moment of inertia of rigid body about an axis is equal to sum of the moment of inertia about a parallel axis passing through its center of mass and the product of the mass of body and the square of the perpendicular distance between the two parallel axes. So here we have one formula with us, like I is equals to Ig plus Mr square. Here mass is nothing but we can say M is nothing but mass, where R we know always is radius, whereas Ig is nothing but we can say like it is stated the moment of inertia of rigid body about an axis is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia of parallel axis. Okay, here Ig is nothing but sum of the, this is a moment of inertia related to the parallel axis, we can say. So to understand this complete statement, we need to derive the derivation once so that we can easily clearly understand the thing which we have with us, that is statement. So for that I will going to consider a plane. Okay, I am considering a plane, we can say a plane here I am considering, isn't it? So this is an plane. So in this plane consider a rigid body of mass m. Okay, we have one rigid body of mass m, like rotating about an axis AB. It is rotating about an axis like AB. So I am considering this as A, this as B, and it is an axis of like mass rotating passing through point O, and this is passing through a single point, we can say like O. Let CD, now I am drawing one more axis here. CD be the axis passes through the center of mass. First I will going to draw a single triangle type, okay, with me. So now I have a right angle triangle with me. The center point we can say here, this is a center point. I am drawing one more line here, and this is one more axis which is passes through the center of mass of the particular like rigid body. So I am giving the name for that, we can say like O. Here it is nothing but G. G, what is G here? G is nothing but center of mass, and this is Q, we can say this is P. Whereas here I am considering this as R. Isn't it? Hope you can see this is a green marker. It may look somewhat like light, but you can clearly see because I put the ink just now, so it has dark. So this is an like diagrammatical representation. So from this we can write a theory part. How I am writing the theory part? Listen carefully, because you need to write the theory part related to this diagram. Consider a rigid body of mass rotating about an axis AB passing through O, like point O. Let CD be the axis, passing through the center of mass. It is passing through the center of mass like G, we can say. Let CD, okay, this point is I have already covered, center of mass of the body which is parallel to the axis AB. So here you can see this axis CD is nothing but it is parallel to the axis AB. Let R be the perpendicular distance between the axis AB and CD. Now we can see the R is the distance between axis AB and CD. Assuming that the body consists of large number of small particle, consider a small particle of mass m at point O. So now we are considering a small particle at point O. Consider small particle, small m, okay, at point P-O-I-N-T, point we can say O. Moment of inertia of axis, okay, of axis like AB. So what is the moment of inertia for the axis AB? Here we can say that it is moving from this direction, like OP to PO, like this. It is like rotating, it is rotating like this. So I can take this as sigma m is nothing but mass, and it is OP square. Here AB we can say like it is an inertia, main inertia of the axis AB, which is equals to sigma small m OP square. Moment of inertia of CD, okay, CD we can say like is equals to sigma m is as it is here, because mass does not changes, and here it will be like GP square, okay, GP square. And here I can write this as Ig is equals to sigma m like GP square. Now we will going to give some equation here. This is nothing but equation number 1, and this is nothing but equation number 2. So till here hope you understood. I will going to place a complete topic once I explain this. So as of now you can see that statement you need to remember somewhat. But if you remember this thing, like this statement, I is equals to Ig plus Mr square. Here I is nothing but we can say moment of inertia of a rigid body, and Ig is nothing but it is the center of mass, okay, and plus M is mass, and R is square, like a radius we can say. So it states that the moment of inertia of rigid body about an axis, okay, about an axis is equal, it is equal, okay, equal to like sum of moment of inertia about parallel axis, sum of moment of inertia about parallel axis passing through its center of mass, and the product of mass of m and the square of the perpendicular distance between the two parallel axes. If you remember this small like formula type, means you can completely define this statement. Then you need to fetch the logic, how you can define with the help of this like equation. You can say I is equals to Ig plus Mr square. Now I am continuing same thing, okay. Once I have done with this theorem, I am going to place on your screen. So now continue. Next thing, we need to take this triangle completely, like OPQ. So I am taking from triangle like OPQ, isn't it? Now what is the OP square with me? From hypotenuse theorem we can say OP square is nothing but OQ square plus QP square. OQ square plus QP square. But here OQ is nothing but, you can see clearly, OQ is nothing but OG plus GQ, isn't it? OG plus GQ. Hope you are understanding. Now I am placing in above, in ABOVE above. So here OP square is as it is. In place of OQ square I am writing OG square plus GQ square. Here I am writing completely capital. You can write as you wish. Better to go ahead with capital only, because as per our like procedure and study material, it is given in capital only. Now OP square is equals to OG square plus GQ square plus 2OG GQ, isn't it, plus QP square. From where we got this? From the formula like A plus B whole square. Since A plus B whole square is equals to A square plus B square plus 2AB, isn't it? Here A we can consider as OG, B is nothing but GQ. So this is the next thing with us. Now one more thing we know with us, like GQ square, here GQ square plus QP square. First I will write this thing together, okay. I am writing this statement like OG square plus GP square plus GQ square plus 2OG and GQ. Here if you want you can put dot, and here I am placing bracket. Why I am placing bracket? Because like you can see here OG square plus like QP square is nothing but, we can write this as, okay, small correction here, just we need to write this like GP square plus, here we need to write GP square plus GQ square. Why? Because from this triangle, like I am writing here, you can see GQP, okay. What is we have with us, like, yeah, QP square plus GQ square is equals to GP square, isn't it? In place of QP square plus GQ square, I can write GP square, isn't it? From here, if you want, you can write this thing from that rough part. So here I am writing like we can say OG square is as it is plus GP square. How I got this GP square? You can go through with this, isn't it? Plus 2OG dot GQ in 1. Now I am substituting this OP square in equation number 1. So I am writing from a different color marker. We have equation 1. Okay, we have like EQUATION, equation 1. Like what we have equation 1 with us, like I is equals to sigma m OP square. So here I is as it is, whereas sigma m also as it is. In place of OP square, okay, complete OP square, here I can write this term like OG square plus GP square plus 2OG dot GQ, isn't it? After that it will be like sigma m OG square plus sigma m GP square plus sigma m O 2OG dot GQ. Once again I want to put a glimpse on this part. I am considering one triangle here like OPQ. So from triangle OPQ we are applying Pythagoras theorem. What Pythagoras theorem says? Like hypotenuse square is equals to adjacent square plus opposite square. So that's only I applied. OP square is equals to like OQ square plus QP square. But we know that OQ is equals to, as you can see here, OQ is nothing but OG plus GQ. In above I am just putting in place of like OQ, OG plus QG or GQ, whatever you say, whole square plus QP square is as it is. Now from the formula A plus B whole square, we have to open this complete term, isn't it? So if I am opening complete term with this formula, means I got OG square plus GQ square plus 2OG into GP plus QP square is as it is. But I want to consider one more triangle here. So you can see here triangle GQP. So from this triangle QP square plus GQ square is equals to GP square. So what I did, I am just writing QP square plus GQ square together. Why I am keeping these two terms together? So that I can write in that place is GP square plus 2OG dot GQ as it is. Now I am substituting this value in equation number 1. So we have equation 1. Equation 1 what we have with us, like I is equals to sigma m OP square. So here I is equals to sigma m as it is. In place of complete OP square, what I am putting? Complete this term. After putting this term, I am just opening with this, like sigma m into OG is nothing but sigma m OG square. After that I have with me, I am just putting arrows also. Now sigma m into GP is nothing but sigma m GP square. Now sigma m into 2OG dot GP is nothing but sigma m 2OG dot GQ. So till here if you want you can keep with you, but as of now don't copy, because I am going to put a fair answer once I have done with this theorem. Here we know that since sigma m is nothing but we have with us like capital M, or capital M, or we can say that sum of moment of inertia, okay, sum of the moment of inertia, not moment of inertia, sum of the moment of all masses here, okay. Here M is like this, all MASSES, masses about center of mass is 0, then it's lead to like 2 dot like OG dot we have with us like GQ is equals to 0. So our last complete term becomes 0. So we got I is equals to IG plus MR square. This is the final answer. Our last term with us, I want to write once again here, like our last term was OP square, not OP, yeah. Our last term is nothing but like I is equals to with us sigma m OG square plus sigma m GP square plus 2 sigma m OG dot GQ, isn't it? This term complete becomes 0. So we remains with I is equals to, now this sigma m OG square plus sigma m GP square, nothing but after like doing some steps we got finally this I is equals to IG plus MR square, and you can write this step directly after this, but you need to just write this few lines here, like since sigma m is equals to mass sum of the moment of all masses about center of mass is 0, that is 2 sigma m. Here we can write completely like instead of this we can write this also, then here 2 sigma m, okay, 2 sigma m into this becomes 0, then you can write here. After that you can write this step. So this is our parallel axis theorem. I want to put on your screen a complete topic, you can go through. Hope you have saw parallel axis theorem. Make sure this theorem is very important, you can copy down and you need to practice more than one time so that you are thorough with this. Now we have one more theorem with us, like perpendicular axis theorem. For perpendicular axis theorem, a small statement we can remember like Iz is equals to Ix plus Iy. So this is a small equation. With this equation we can fetch complete statement related to the perpendicular axis. Here I need to write axis because we have not axis, we have multiple axis with us in these theorems, so we need to use plural form. So now with this I am defining a complete statement. Listen carefully. The moment of inertia of a body, okay, this is a moment of inertia of a body about an axis passing through a point perpendicular to its plane. This is passing through a point and it is perpendicular to a plane, is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia about two mutually perpendicular axes in its plane passing through the same point, that is Iz is equals to Ix plus Iy. How I got this? I am just explaining with the help of diagram once. Now I am considering a plane here, we can say this is a plane we have with us, isn't it? Now we have two axes, as we know that we have y axis with us, like here x axis, here y axis with us. Next we are considering one more axis, it is like z axis, actually it is going from this point, and this is we have with us like z axis. Now we are considering a particle at this distance, okay, and we are considering this as x distance and this as y distance. So here we have axis with us, like this is Iz and this is Ix, this axis, and this axis is nothing but Iy axis. So same thing, consider a plane lamina of mass m, assuming that it consider of large number of small particles of mass m. Consider a particle of mass m at point P, and we need to give one point here. This is nothing but point P. Point P with coordinate x comma y. Let Ix, Iy and Iz be the moment of inertia of the plane lamina about like okay, here we need to consider one origin also, Ox, Oy and Oz. So from this we can derive a small equation we have. So this is an small introduction or small thing related to the perpendicular axis theorem. Now I am going to place a complete topic on your screen, you can go through. Hope you have saw perpendicular axis theorem with diagram. So make sure need to make notes of this theorem, like parallel axis theorem and perpendicular axis theorem, and practice more than one time. So I am Syed Rashid, you are watching Ahmedabad High School and Junior College YouTube channel. Maintain notes, have a great time, take care, thank you.